Hey, welcome to the podcast. We've got a lot going on here.
Yeah. Tony Martin on fire today. Everybody's favourite. He's on your podcast. And I do an investigative report, a current affairs style, about the origins of our favourite ad jingle, Ashley Madison.
You like Columbo, Swanee.
Also some sad news about, well, I don't want to say sad news. Actually, it's too late. I've already said sad news. But Snapdancer's in the news. There you go. Can I just say that? Is that all right?
Stay tuned. Bit of a tease there.
You actually stripped oxygen from the room with that news. We were absolutely silent after the news.
Did not see it coming. It was
Did not.
like the twist in the Crying Game for me, Swanee.
Well, I was laughed at.
I did not see it coming at all. That's an old reference.
I was laughed at when the mighty Snapdancer, when she first appeared on a racetrack and she opened up at the Ballarat Synthetic. People laughed at me.
She was an idiot.
All of a sudden, she's in the richest horse race in the world next week. So stay tuned for that news. And also, my Shakespearean effort was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Tony Martin pops in. Plenty
Actually, it was
more.
phenomenon.
Okay. That'll make sense.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Here we are. It's a Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Good morning, Christine. Enjoy the sunny day today. It's going to be magnificent before the rain hits us.
Can I tell you, I was walking to my hair appointment yesterday. Thank you all for noticing. I've had a haircut.
Great hair, Swan.
Look sharp, Swanee.
Had all my greys done, and I popped into Heritage Wall on the way.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll have a triple shot flat white, thanks. And I was waiting. Just calm, that lovely calm time between ordering and getting that brew.
Yes. No one's annoying the Queen.
No, and I knew that in a moment I'd be striding the streets of the centre of the universe on my way with a purpose.
Oh, yes.
And a coffee. And then I heard out of the corner of my ear to the left, you're going to get your tits out in a Bintang singlet later. And I thought, who would that be? And I looked over, it was the one and only Jonathan Brown.
Magnificent.
That was me. Just sitting there. I was watching it in the wild. I just sat there like a stalker just for about a minute before I thought, I'm not going to interrupt her. I should make her order.
And he crafted the most unique conversation to have with me in public in a cafe. Are you going to get your tits out in a Bintang singlet later?
Obviously, so strange, because from a stranger, you're calling the cops. Just from this one man, that's like the ultimate hype.
It really was. It was a beautiful exchange.
You should have seen the face on Sarah, who is in charge of EB.
Yeah.
She was having a coffee with him.
She was having a coffee with her. Her face was in shock.
Yeah.
And the words had just left my mouth.
It really was, and because it didn't even register on my face, I went, oh, big fella, hi. And then he's like, this is Sarah from EB. I took her little trembling hand. It's like, hello, I'm Chrissie. This is very normal, this exchange and conversation.
Sarah from EB's thinking, do we have the right person for the job?
Exactly.
I'm starting to reconsider your ambassador.
Absolutely.
Hey, real quick, the Marathon Queen is back today.
How are you, Ash? You look fit.
I'm feeling really good. I feel great.
Good.
Unlike me, my ass blew out.
True.
Yeah.
A very different experience, my marathon experience, to what Ash Gardner's was. Actually, you broke 4 hours too, didn't you?
I did, 3:56, and my butt is still intact, which
Great
we
news.
love.
It's wonderful, Ash. I've got to ask, did you plan to have yesterday off, or did you get home from the marathon and go, I can't move?
No, I planned to have yesterday off because I figured we'd have the event, then we'd go out, have some celebratory drinks, and I just thought, I want to have a sleep in.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
How good is exploring our amazing backyard again?
And ticking off all Aussie big things. Pineapples, bananas, melons.
That's making me hungry.
Head to whatif.com and start planning your big Aussie adventure.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Hollywood Jack has found me this article,
the best.
and he's a bit excited about it. He said it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Read at first sight, if you're wondering what it is I have not seen this article. Generally, they're a bit spicy.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, Jack likes to put us in it.
He does.
The headline for this Read at first sight is Tinder date turns into $3,000 armed robbery carried out by a criminal couple.
That'd be fun.
I'm in.
A possible Tinder date turned into a stick-up. That sounds like a good way to end it.
Is that how
doesn't it?
natural born?
Yeah, that's what the point is, isn't it?
Is that how Natural Born Killer started?
That is a great film. Have you seen it recently?
No, I haven't seen it recently. But is that how it started? Like on a sort of like a date, and they just went crazy.
So, and they went crazy.
Yeah.
There is no escape in here.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Juliette Lewis. Fabulous movie.
Wonder where she ended up.
She's still around.
In a band as well.
I follow her on Instagram. She's amazing.
Sorry, I interrupted.
No, never apologise. Any sort of Woody Harrelson tangent, I'm in it. A possible Tinder date turned into a stick-up when a man was robbed of thousands of dollars and an armed couple when he showed up for a date. The male victim arrived at an Embassy Suites hotel room. Hang on a minute. This is the kind of Tinder date I can get behind.
Yes.
I wonder if it started with, let's have a coffee, let's have a drink.
Yeah.
Here's my room number. Yeah. Do you reckon it graduated that way? Just quickly, let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah. And that honesty is appreciated.
I agree. The male victim arrived at an Embassy Suites hotel room last month in Phoenix after he matched with a woman named Sonia on the dating app.
Sonia.
But instead of meeting...
Is that Brigitte Nielsen?
I think so. Red Sonia. But instead of meeting a potential date, the victim was welcomed into the room by the two suspects.
Stick them up.
Straight away, there's an extra person there. That's not how it rolls.
Unless you request that.
Exactly. I was going to make a Rockefeller joke there, but I think it might be too soon. The male suspect, Jose Sandoval Jaquez, pointed a gun at the victim and ordered him to give up his cell phone and other belongings. The man was also forced to hand over his ID cards, PIN codes.
Shit.
I always think that I would be in big trouble if I was this guy and I turned up to a hotel suite and they wanted my PIN numbers. I would be like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
And they would think I was lying and I'd probably get a butt of a gun to the head.
Yeah.
But I do not know. When I was in Bali, sometimes they needed PIN numbers. And every single time I had my fingers crossed going, I think it's that.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not playing funny buggers.
Well,
I
under
just
pressure
don't know.
too.
Pressure would do a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. The suspects then demanded the man drive with them to a nearby Chase Bank before they took off with his car. While they drove his car to the bank, the unknown male continued to have the gun out and provide instructions for the victim. The victim stated $900 was taken from Chase Bank on September 17 from the drive-through. Do you remember drive-throughs? There was one on Burwood Road in the centre of the universe.
No.
Wait, bank drive-throughs?
Yes, a bank drive-through, yeah.
There was none of those in Warrnambool.
Well,
growing up.
I don't think there was too many in Melbourne, but there was one in the centre of the universe.
Really?
And you just roll up and toot, toot, toot and get your money out.
It's under $1,000.
Yes.
You'd be able to get more than 1,000.
Provided you had your PIN number, which often I didn't. The couple used the victim's car to drive to California and Las Vegas before police officers in Vegas tried to pull them over. They were on the run. This does sound like a movie.
Yeah.
Having said that, great date.
Great. Hot as
Great
hell.
date. And
Still a great night.
these mugshots, excellent for the new Tinder profile.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
He's just entered the studio. It's our friend, the great Danny McGinlay.
The great man. Welcome, Danny.
Now, what are you doing now? At the moment, there's no footy on. The Western Bulldogs, they tipped out very quickly, your team. So what are you doing now the next few months?
I'm doing a bit of acting. I'm doing a play starting next week, Shakespeare. Brownie.
Oh,
Wait, Shakespeare Aliens. What the hell?
So it's the film Aliens, Sigourney Weaver, absolute classic,
Yes.
remade as a Shakespearean tragedy. It's ridiculously stupid.
Wonderful.
And it's brilliant because all the actors play it like Hamlet. We're deadly serious.
It's a great film, and this is not the first time there's been a twist on aliens. I remember the great Adam Richard
Oh, yeah.
does a bit in his stand-up or maybe just on TV shows where he does it as a musical.
Oh, yes.
And he's got a wonderful voice, and I remember very clearly him going, "Get away from her, you bitch!" Very funny.
And we have award-winning puppet makers rebuilt the alien queen. So it is a bit scary as well.
God, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a cast
Danny.
of 12, 3 puppeteers. It's epic.
Now,
Awesome.
I'm going to sound like a bogan, but normally with Shakespeare stuff, the tongue I struggle to understand.
Yes.
It's hard.
So I wanted to get you in the mood, Dino. I've come up with a game where I'm going to get Brownie, my co-star here.
Yeah.
We're going to recreate some famous cinema scenes, but in the style of Shakespeare, and see if you guys can guess what film we're recreating.
I am all in, Danny.
Now I need, before we start this first play, or this first movie, I need a tone.
Okay.
Am I up or am I down? Where am I?
Good question.
Yeah. Great question. You're a high status character.
Yep.
But you're panicking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. And
Here we go.
I love you in that fluffy collar, Jonathan.
And lo, my journeys with the local sheriff has taken us to be at a refueling station of some sort.
Thou.
In accordance to thine Navi computer, the...
Oh, sorry, mate, I missed me line. I'll get back into character. Quit thy prattle. Just stop speaking here with thou buffoon.
Sheriff, anon isn't any time to be of a panicky disposition.
My disposition anon is apt. I know not where I am.
Dean, Star Wars.
Not Star
Damn
Wars.
it.
I know not where Andy is. Come tomorrow's morning, they'll be moving to another dwelling.
Chrissy,
Yes.
it's Toy Story.
It is.
Bang, that's pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
I just want to do the last two lines there because it's quite fun.
Go.
I, Hylone, have information that reveals the weapon's only weakness. Mine, Cato, cousin, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Commandeth. And then you yell that line.
Oh, thou art a toy.
Thou art a toy.
Thou art the real Buzz Lightyear.
Art.
Round 2.
All right, this is a harder one. I think you love this film a bit more, Brownie.
Okay, what tone are we in here, mate?
Oh, here we are. We're hard men. We're having a laugh. Like just look at that.
Oh, John.
Very mirthful. Very mirthful.
What doth meaneth I'm mirthful?
Thou art mirthful. Fathom the tale. It's mirthful. Thou art a man of mirth.
What doth meaneth mirthful? Mine's ways of speaking, pray tell?
It's just thou knoweth. It's just mirthful. Thou knoweth the way. Oh, Jesus, God Almighty. Thou knoweth way. Thou telleth tale and everything.
Mirthful how? What is mirthful about it?
Thou knoweth thou is mirthful.
Thou mean, let thine fathom this, for haply 'tis me, haply I'm a tad strange. I'm mirthful how? Like a jester? I amuse thou? I cause thou merriment? I'm here verily to amuse you? What does thou mean? I'm mirthful.
You missed a line. How am I mirthful?
Help me.
How am I mirthful?
Thy knoweth not, just thou know how. Thine
No.
tell thou. Sorry.
Thine knoweth not. Thou said it. How would thine know? Thou said I'm mirthful. How am I mirthful verily? What is the adjectival so verily mirthful about thine self?
Dean, a few good men?
Not a few good men. The word's good is in it.
Damn it.
Verily, get out of hither.
Ah, thou fornicator of mothers. I almost fopped him. Thou
Goodwill
stuttering
Hunting?
fatherest.
Lock it in.
Goodwill Hunting?
Not Goodwill Hunting.
What was it?
It's Goodfellas. That's where he's going. Hey, I'm funny how? I'm like a clown. I amuse you.
Oh, God.
Damn it.
Jeez, mate, that was hard reading.
Was it? Yeah.
Mate, that was really hard reading.
Mate, we got one more in you?
No,
Well done.
no, we're done.
Hey,
Great. That was fun.
well done. Jonathan, your acting was pretty good.
Well, geez, I tell you what, there were some tough words there.
It's like a tongue twister.
Yeah, it is.
See, Danny,
Those single syllables.
Shakespeare Aliens. It's at the Gasworks Theatre, October 11 to 15. Tickets available at melbournefringe.com.au. You're going to see a giant-ass alien puppet,
Yes.
and that's what Fringe is all about.
That'll be awesome.
It is very good.
Get your
Come
tickets
along.
now. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, team.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Yesterday we were talking about childhood foods
Yeah.
that just rocked your world, that were a bit weird.
And wondering if they're still good. David Beckham posted a picture of his favourite meal when he was a kid: hot chips, grilled pineapple, baked beans, mushy peas, and coleslaw.
Unusual mix.
Looks delicious, but when you see that, you think, yuck. But because he had it when he was a kid, that gets an extra 10 points.
Right on.
And I said this. My mum used to make this amazing cabbage and mince thing with chicken noodle soup.
Okay.
And I dream of it. And green beans, frozen green beans in there. And I dream of it. And we used to call it Kisi Ming or Kai Si Ming, I've heard it referred to. Some people call it Chow Mein. It was huge in the 70s.
Yeah, gotcha.
It was like the filling of a dim sim in a big steaming bowl.
Absolutely.
So, of course, yesterday I strapped on my backpack and I was walking through Center of the Universe and I thought, I'm going to make it.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to bring it in and we're going to see if it's still tasty. I have microwaved it this morning.
I swear Mum used to cook this as well, Swanee.
Brodie's bringing it in.
There it is.
Efficient, bro.
I've also brought some soy sauce
This
in
is
case
it,
you
Swan.
need some.
I've had this as a kid growing up.
Have you?
Absolutely.
The description of the inside of dim sum could not be more accurate.
Swanee, a little bit of soy.
Almost like a Chico roll filling. What do you think about that? A bit of a splash.
Yeah,
of this.
absolutely.
Splash me. Oh, thank you.
Controversial opinion too. Fountain soy sauce.
Have you ridden in on a Harley Davidson this morning, Christine?
I have not. Why would you say this?
Yeah, the Chico roll lad.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God!
Is this remotely good for you? Because
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
eat a lot of this.
It's very good.
Now,
for
this
you.
brings back childhood memories.
I think that's
Absolutely.
when I was making it, I thought, this is really healthy. It's just cabbage and mince, really. And it's got a sprinkling of rice. Sprinkling.
I want to cry. That's so delicious.
Ma'am, it is good. What do you think, Brownie?
We just need a better name, though, than... Do you go with Chow Mein?
Hee Ming, we used to
Hee
call
Ming,
it.
because the lady that rang up yesterday, the description of her meal was rat shit on willow leaves.
I think we're going to adopt that name. Please enjoy, boys.
That's
my
off the
version.
hook.
It's really good.
Jesus.
I'll show you how to make it, Dino, and you can make it at home.
Thank you, Queen.
It's a win.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your 7 o'clock. It's Tuesday, 4th of October, and Samuel Peng is live
Good morning, Melbourne.
on the mic.
Good morning, Chrissie.
How are you,
John.
Samuel?
Dean Thomas.
You're looking car park strong.
You are, just you are.
Just relax, everyone. What are you
When
doing?
the jumper comes off on entry into the studio, it's a
hot.
bit of a statement.
Listen,
I'm sorry,
listen,
I thought this
you
was a
huts-
radio show, not a gun show.
Bang.
Bang.
Oh, well, with the bang was with my gut. Listen, what's with you? Well, it's hot in here, and so I'm not topless. It's just the tracksuit came off.
Yeah, but that's why I turn the heater
jeez.
off. Just make
Well
sure
done.
that I get to
well
see the
done.
guns.
Listen, I'm not feeling comfortable in the workplace.
Oh, is that right?
Just
Getting
don't
bullied.
objectify me.
A Brownie's secret word. Let's just have a quick reminder.
Have a
It
listen.
wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without
What's it called, Jackie? Brownie's missing word. It's missing word.
I won't be in the gym. I won't be in the car park with you pumping weights today, boys.
Why not?
What does that mean? Is that your missing word?
Yeah, well, that's
Is
my,
it
that's my
one?
guess.
Is it one word?
Yeah, it's one word.
Definitely one word. Single word.
Sam,
Okay.
have a go.
Oh, okay. Play it again.
Yeah, here we go.
It wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without
UDL.
He's done it.
I don't think so.
He has not
Why
done
not?
it.
you missed the passion fruit part.
Every time
Who
you
would have
say-
thought vodka and passion fruit went together?
Oh yes.
Every time Sam guesses, I panic. The
Yeah,
the
yeah.
radio business lady comes out and goes, "Oh my God, is UDL a sponsor?"
Your next official guest
I'd love
time.
it. I'd love it if they were a
an
sponsor.
idiot.
I'd do live reads for them.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
And have you been paying attention last night? Magnificent.
Was I in the votes, Dino?
Crisp.
I wonder if they have
John,
a best and fairest at the end of the year. I
Yeah,
love that.
they should.
Been paying
They
attention to best
should.
and
Well, I'll
fairest.
tell you who'd win it this year.
Who, Sam?
Tom Gleisner.
Really?
Mate, he's in rare form, that man.
is.
Like one of your wines. You know, those old ones, the big ones with the dust.
The veteran. Probably tastes like vinegar.
He was
wouldn't
away.
open it up.
He was
would,
away.
yes.
He was away a couple of weeks ago, and I was supposed to be filling in, but then I had to. I changed my dates, and I went to Bali, so I couldn't. And they got Hayley Sproul in, and she did such a great job. I don't think my phone will be ringing again.
Who is Hayley Sproul?
She's the host of the
She's
New
the
Zealand
host of
version.
New Zealand.
Because it's a dual country franchise.
Sure is. Global. It's a global.
I don't know
a
if it's
global
global.
concern.
Phenomenon.
The one thing,
Phenomenon.
Yes.
Tough word.
nope, it's not.
Phenomenon.
Jackie, get
That's
Mount.
it.
Oh my god!
There you go. Got it.
Get
Phenomenon.
Mount to isolate Brownie's attempt at phenomenal.
Say it one more time, and you.
Phenomenon.
think
It's
that's
a
right.
global
No, it's
phenomenon. A global phenomenon.
Nope. The last consonant is wrong.
Oh, it's an N at the end.
It is. Yes.
Phenomenon.
That's it. He did it.
go.
Phenomenal.
What about this? Jonathan Brown singing LL Cool J's great number,
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
yes.
That
That's
would
a
be,
great song.
It's tough.
That's a great song.
I've just come
like a
off reading
phenomenon.
Shakespeare.
Something like a phenomenon.
That's the one, Swanee. Hey, just some things that I learnt last night. The petrol price is set to rise. I think what
And
can you do?
interest rates, everything. What the hell's
And
going
interest
on?
rates too. Just what the thing about the petrol prices. I didn't know if you know this. I'm a sucker for the impulse item at the petrol station. Do you know that?
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you an Eclipse guy or?
Well, usually...
Fisherman's friend.
No,
He loves them.
Yeah, I do. But usually I would never even consider buying a packet of Mentos. But when they're 2 for $3, Swanee, you know what I mean? It's very hard to knock them back. But what I'm saying is, I'm not an impulse item at the supermarket.
Oh,
it's only at when I'm at the petrol station, something gets me.
Yeah.
You know, man, I go, I've done the petrol, I go in.
Hey.
Oh, look at all this stuff.
Kit Kat Junkie have done a cross promo with Milo. How am I not going to buy that?
Exactly. You
How
don't
are
even
you
have a
not-
choice, Dino.
How are you not going to? You must.
The other news, Swanee, a NASA celebrated last week crashing a spacecraft into an asteroid.
Oh, a bit
On
like...
purpose.
On purpose in order to change the orbit of the asteroid. Now,
Was it coming for us?
Well, all I'd say is...
test.
Well, why would you crash a space... Have we learned nothing from Armageddon? You don't need to crash spacecrafts into asteroids to change its orbit. You just get blue-collar, deep-core oil drillers.
Gambling addicts.
And you...
Alcoholics.
And you
Was
land
that-
them on the asteroid.
Was that film or was that film not a cautionary tale?
Yeah.
Thank you, Christine.
Was Bruce Willis involved in this latest
I
project?
think they could get him. Maybe his digital twin.
Digital twin was.
I just don't understand. Anyway, NASA celebrated crashing in a spacecraft into an asteroid, and it's a hell of a mission for those astronauts, by the way. Those new kamikaze astronauts that they just sent into the asteroid. I don't know if they lined up for that. Just spare a thought for their families, all right? No, it was unpersoned.
Unmanned.
And you can see a photo of the asteroid itself. It's quite haunting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we mentioned that Coolio passed away while we were away.
Did
We
you briefly
mentioned it.
yesterday?
We did briefly yesterday, but we were so shocked. We loved him. He was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just an excuse to play just one of the greats. Just...
He was...
We might have a proper chat about that, man, because when he came in, surprise guest, we lost our minds.
Did, and so did the microphone. Because it started moving away from him.
Yeah, well,
Ash played a ukulele for him, did a version of Gangster's Paradise,
Yeah, that was-
which was received warmly.
I'm not going to lie.
Don't
Mate.
say it.
What?
Don't
No?
say
Can't say it.
Say
It's
it.
too early.
May have killed him.
Stop it. Stop it. He enjoyed that.
Well, let's have a
Obviously.
listen.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left because I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. And I ain't, sorry, Mum, and I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know it's not heard of. You better watch out you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lined in chalk.
Regrets, I've had a few. Banana.
You got blood on your hands, Ash.
I know.
What have you done?
I don't think we'll be playing. I don't think they'll be playing it at the funeral.
Stop it.
Whoa.
He was an absolute ripper.
He was magnificent. God, I'm
Magnificent.
magnificent.
He was a lovely man too.
Restaurant of the year, Swanee? We'll do more Coolio. I think we need to...
Okay.
Restaurant of the year?
Denny's. Ollie's Trolley.
Spaghetti Tree.
No. These are all great
I
guesses.
went and I took a photo of Spaghetti Tree when I was walking through the city a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know it was still there.
Of course it's still there. It's an
institution.
Absolutely. It should be heritage listed, along with many of the items on the menu.
I think that's a good phoner for Pang's phoner. Did you work at the Spaghetti Tree?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is
I like that. Chin Chin.
Please, John.
Basic.
Gimlet.
No,
Basic,
the
I was gonna
Botanic in Adelaide. I've never been there, but Jackie Charles is a foodie. Not in Adelaide, only in Melbourne.
Yeah, I'm not going to Adelaide.
Wow.
Or Adelaide.
His
Adelaide's
whole-
got good restaurants.
It does. It's got
Yeah,
beautiful
absolutely.
restaurants.
His face there. There's one called Faguzzi or Raguzzi or something. Do you know what? Fugazi.
Yeah. Yes.
Apparently it's amazing.
It's wonderful.
Apparently it's a real...
Banana.
I've got a standing booth there. Namlung's in Russell Street with another honourable mention. This one's
You
funny.
just told yourself to shut up.
Namlung's references
the
are-
transcript from that part of the show would go like this: Namlung's special commendation. Shut up.
You're annoying yourself, let alone the listeners. Yeah, you know, but that's why this show could never be national. Our references are too local.
Yeah,
to
that's
Melbourne. Namlung's in Russell Street. That's that'd kill him in Queensland. Swanee, this is for you. Tasmania's Museum of Old and New Art just purchased an item of musical memorabilia that may be of interest to you.
Also known as MoMA. Most
Yes.
people just call it MoMA.
Well, all right.
Mona?
Yeah, it's
Mona, sorry.
Mona,
yeah,
Mona,
Mona.
yeah.
After the great Craig McLaughlin song.
Also too soon.
It was started by a guy who is a professional punter.
Yes.
And he nailed the keys to the Keno system, Swanee. You know when you go to the pubs and you see Keno and all that, is a genius. Came up with the algorithm to work it all out.
It's a beautiful museum. It's unbelievable. It's one of the few in the world that's got a gaming venue off it, you know.
Keno.
Just turn left at the Wall of Vaginas, I believe.
That's the one.
Yep.
They've purchased the lyrics to David Bowie's Starman.
What?
Have they?
I saw it written in Bowie's handwriting. It's unbelievable.
I've got goosebumps and like bosom action.
Buzz action.
Yeah.
Actually, it was that Bintang singing on.
Yeah.
So who knows where this could lead? But if they're going to start buying original lyrics handwritten, well, who let the dog out? If you could find the Baha Men's original penning,
Apparently it's on the back of a coaster.
that was. Well,
Problem is-
if it's on the back of a coaster, that coaster would have been rolled up, I reckon. This is a filter.
It'd be like one of those old maps with smoke marks in it. Yeah, the old pirate maps.
Yes.
And then, of course, Swanee, if they ever get their hands on this. No, not Neighbours. The other one. You got the other one?
Hey guys, I've got an update on this song.
What do you mean?
It may or may not be original.
This song?
Oh, don't tell me.
Or will be revealed
Don't tell me.
before 8 a.m.
Ash Gardner sang it first. Whatever.
Is that her in the background?
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Horse racing season. So exciting. Obviously, the big events coming up. Caulfield Cups in a couple of weeks, then the Cox Plate, and then the Melbourne Cup Carnival at Flemington. It would just be fabulous. But there's other races going on in other states, including a little race called the Everest, Swanee, which is the richest thoroughbred race in the world.
Yes. In the world.
In the world.
Wow.
World class.
Close to $6.5 million to the winner. A lot of prize money for second, third, all the way down.
What does last place get?
Last place gets $500,000.
Jesus.
So there's a lot of
What?
prize. Absolutely.
What does it cost
There's
to
12
get your
horses.
And what does it cost to get your horse in there?
Well, the way the Everest works, Swanee, you could buy a slot. You could buy, and it costs you $600,000.
Right.
But then you got to go and negotiate with. You want to pick a horse, so you can go to owners of a certain horse. In this case, you could come to us, who own Snapdancer, and say, I want Snapdancer to represent me.
And let me guess,
in the
someone
Everest.
has done just that.
Absolutely, they have.
Go, Snappy.
Flights are booked.
Come on, Snappy.
Hotels booked. It's on the 15th of October.
I don't know what does that mean to you? What do you mean? Someone's bought your horse.
Snapdancer's running.
Well, no.
Snapdancer's running in the Everest.
In the Everest, so they've hired the horse.
That's
they've hired
huge.
our horse. To be their representative of the slot. So we still own her, and obviously you get a big chunk of the prize money, Sam.
If it wins.
Well, all the placings because there's money for all the placings. So, but it's more than just the excitement of saying you had a horse in the Everest.
Is it, or you like the money?
Well, no, I would have thought to say you had a horse in the Everest. It's probably like saying you had a horse in the Melbourne Cup.
Yes.
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty
Very
cool,
cool.
isn't it? So
Money's cool too.
So yesterday, obviously, I'm thinking life's good. Footy season's finished.
Yeah.
Got a bit of spare time. Did a bit of work in the garden, Swanee, on the way home in the tip.
Beautiful
from
day.
The tip, I'm whistling Dixie. Beautiful
Well,
day.
you went to the tip. That's a good day in
Got a
itself.
great day in the tip. I told to the boys that g'day to Merv out of the tip.
Your controversy about the nonsense medal has passed.
Absolutely.
That's in the rear vision.
That's in the rear vision, mate.
You saw me and spoke about my tits in a public cafe.
Absolutely.
What a great day.
So just picture me thinking, how good's life? Going beautifully. I roll into the driveway yesterday afternoon and I go, oh, beautiful. Got a message from Kieran Maher, a voicemail.
Who's that?
Kieran Maher's, of course, Australia's greatest racehorse trainer and also the trainer of Snapdancer.
That's a good question.
Hi guys, Snapdancer, unfortunately, she was a little bit sore last week, so I elected not to send her to Sydney.
What?
So the vet went thoroughly over this morning and I'll get a report Unfortunately, the Everest is very doubtful at this stage.
Jesus, sorry, that's a bit of a twist. I didn't say you were whistling just a second. I didn't know what. That's a
Brownie.
Mate, you could have knocked me over with a feather. You could have knocked me
How
over
many
with a feather.
times did you listen to that message?
I did. About 10 times. I had to listen to it again.
my new
There must be
ringtone. My new ringtone, by the way. I love it.
Mate,
Love it.
sorry.
Play it again.
Here we go. No,
No, too long.
Snapdance is going to be scratched. Snapdance will be scratched from the Everest.
We
Can
were
you
just
believe
talking
it?
yesterday about you and Brian going to Randwick.
I
and
know. I was taking
you've got
Dad up.
accommodation.
Got accommodation. Beautiful accommodation, Bondi.
Are you going to go anyway?
No.
No, you're not going to. You don't think it'd be kind of cathartic to go through the whole ceremony and go up to Sydney and then watch the race that your horse is not in? Wouldn't that be good?
No, I don't think so. It's not going to be great.
Jonathan, is this like before when we put good money down and we weren't... our money was stolen because the horse didn't race?
Yeah, that's an issue because I didn't learn from the mistakes that I led you into because I had a nice little bet on Snapdancer months ago, but...
That's gone.
As you boys found out.
Jeez, mate, everything's turning for you.
Yeah,
This
it
is-
is.
You're like a loser.
So anyway, there's the news for all the Snapdancer followers out there.
Do you want to acknowledge what Sam just said to you?
I'm just
you,
saying.
you are like a loser.
He's not.
I don't want to acknowledge it.
No.
Bang, do you have
Why
any,
would you?
do you have any audio that might cheer him up?
I'll because you love your racing, right? And I know you love your horses.
This will make you
so
feel so much better.
exactly. You've had wonderful horses over the journey, which you all got to know and love. So I'll
Yeah.
play you a bit of audio to cheer you up, all right? Because you're a wonderful horse, bit of a lad, the far lap of the bush.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
It
Whenever
always-
you feel like a loser,
It
Great
always,
memories.
it always makes you smile.
They're off and racing in the Scotty Stewart Brolly. And bit of a lad missed it by 7.
That's
missed it by 7 lengths.
That's still funny. You know when you play that, I know it's coming, but it's still amazing.
And every time you feel like a loser, just know you'll never be as big of a loser as bit of a lad.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're all losers.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
Welcome to the studio, our very own Justin Bieber. Jack Charles.
Yo.
Little treat of mine.
Your hair looks great, by the way, Jack, at the moment.
Oh, I'm hating it. I'm getting it cut tomorrow.
It looks fabulous.
Thank you. I disagree, but thank you. I appreciate that.
One of the, it's a little treat for our listeners, but one of the great joys of my life is speaking to this man. When I first spoke to him, he was a boy, but now he's a man. And running this fair city. But it was always wonderful, but there seemed to be a massive disconnect in terms of some of the subject matters and some of the sentences and the language. I didn't understand what he was talking about most of the time. And I think you're speaking in complete sentences now, which is I've enjoyed. Thank you.
I reckon
Thank you for that.
I've just brought you down to my level because we hang out more.
It's true.
You just don't want to accept that.
So there were so many things we would talk about. He had no idea what I was talking about, and he didn't know what. I didn't know what he was talking about. So it spawned this segment, Swanee. Obviously, you're involved as always.
I love it.
But we give each other a reference. And then, what was that? Was that you?
I was feeling the music. I let out a little
That was
squeak.
really sensual.
He sounds exactly like Diana Ross.
Thank you very much. Continue.
I mentioned something and I asked Jack Charles if he actually knows what I'm talking about, and he gives, me an example.
We get it.
So the first one, thank you. The first one is Jack Charles. Do you know who Harold Holt is?
Yeah, the swimming pool down in Glen Iris was named after him.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
He
true.
was our Prime Minister.
Yes.
And there was something to do, I feel like there's something to do with him. I remember from my time down in Portsea, off the cliff or something.
What?
Mate, I'm going
At
to...
Point Nepean.
It's ironic that a
Absolutely
swimming pool
correct.
is named after him, considering his death.
Well, don't go down the deep end if you're not a man. No, the thing is... I'm going to pay that.
Absolutely.
You said Prime Minister, you mentioned the swimming pool, and you mentioned his disappearance. He
Right.
was reportedly, he in December of 1967, the sitting Prime Minister disappeared while swimming
you
in
imagine?
rough conditions in down there. He was presumed dead. Body never found.
Imagine if that happened now.
No, that's
Must
what I'm
have been a massive
that's what I'm
story.
saying, but so well done, young man. He was the 17th Prime Minister of Australia. And
He's living on a beach with Patrick McDermott right now.
Correct.
Olivia Newton-John's
Correct.
former boyfriend.
And
Yes.
Thomas Markle.
And Thomas Markle, yes.
the three of them.
And specifically, what are they doing together, Jonathan?
Sucking back a Corona.
I don't reckon that landlord's getting the bond back if those three are together.
No.
All right, well done, young man.
Well done.
All
That's
right.
a hit.
Do you know BeReal?
Oh, I love BeReal.
Well, there's a tip. Swanee knows BeReal.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't like it, but
I was going to say her.
Yeah,
so
I know.
let's go.
You
That's
gave
all
it
right.
away.
No, what?
Well, that it's not a person.
No, it's not. Well, we all know it's not a person.
He was
Swanee.
going to guess rapper.
You didn't
he
know
was gonna
that.
guess rapper.
You didn't know that at all.
Are you going over there, John? BeReal.
The new coach of Essendon.
That's B. Scott.
Oh, so
BeReal.
What is it?
BeReal.
Have a swing.
BeReal. It's a new form of wellness.
incorrect.
That's a good guess.
Thank you, John.
Yes, I would have said that.
BeReal. Is it spelled B?
Mm-hmm.
And then REELL?
No, REAL, as in real. Like, let's all
BeReal.
be real. It's a new app. So, like, we've got
okay, it's an
Facebook,
app, yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, you know, we play TikTok, and now there's BeReal. So it's an app that prompts users, so once a day, to take one unedited photo of themselves, and it uses the front and the back camera.
You just go bang.
And you get a 2-minute allocation to take the photo. And then if you don't do it, you're marked as late. And when you do that, you get to see everybody else that you are friends with in BeReal in the app.
It's like exactly what
See
you're
their
doing
photos.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
Or maybe is this something I might get on board? I might be an early get in now, Swanee. Ground floor.
It's annoying.
You haven't got 2 minutes. You haven't got 2 spare minutes in your day, Sam.
What do you mean? So you got to do it you got to take a photo for 2 minutes.
You get 2 minutes.
No. Yeah, you get a window.
A window of 2 minutes to do it. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because at our grand final, OB, Brownie, you were walking off stage and someone's going to JB, "Here, it's my BeReal. Can you take a photo of my BeReal?" And Brownie's like, "What's going on?"
Oh, dear, I remember that. God almighty. And I was not in the mood for it that day.
Still, Smallsy is an employee of this company, and you could have treated him with a bit more respect. The other thing all right. That's all right.
BeReal.
So.
Yeah, Lachlan Murdoch tried to do it to me at the grand final.
Lockie, not
Piss
today.
off, Lockie.
All right, so you're saying that's if I come into social media, that's not where I'm not coming into that one.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
There's no like
I'm getting on the gram.
There's no aesthetic or art to it. It's too raw for me.
I like it.
I've heard the words "I'm getting on the gram" for 7 years.
I am.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this?
Yep.
Different sort of brand.
Swanee, settle down. Do you know, Jack Charles? Do you know? Oh, you like that one, did you, Brownie? You loser. Do you know, Jack Charles, who Michael Flatley is?
Of course
Michael
he does.
Flatley.
Run.
Michael
I like
Flatley.
this. Jeez, he was big in the 90s. Huge.
Very big.
Pants man too.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's giving away. He's a man, obviously.
Cool name.
Yeah, because the name Michael doesn't give the gender of the person away at all.
Did he do the
I'm a
horizontal
loser.
jig as well, did he?
certainly
Settle
did.
down, everyone.
So many hints.
What are you doing?
I have no idea. I'm going to take a stab in the dark with that last name. Is he a basketballer?
No. No.
Is it? Hey, no. Underrated point guard.
He used to
Nimble.
He used to play for the Adelaide 36ers. Michael Flatley.
He sure can leap. That's
Yes.
for
No,
sure.
did say no.
No
He's the
idea.
Lord of
He
the
was
Dance.
Lord of the Dance. You ever heard of Lord of the Dance? So Michael Flatley
huge.
was the Irish-American dancer who created, choreographed and produced Lord of the Dance, which is an Irish musical and dance production, right? Which was massive
Yeah.
for a period of time.
Yeah. Perimenopausal women were just like, oh, I love a
Frothing.
bit of Michael.
1997, he performed at the Oscars.
Wow.
Then Disney signed him. He was huge.
Mate,
but
it was unbelievable how
He-
big it was for about 2 years.
Where is he now?
wasn't my go.
He's with Harold Holt.
He's not.
I think he's okay.
I think he's okay. But the thing I brought it up is because Michael Flatley may I offer you a tidbit.
Sure.
Please.
Michael Flatley famously needed to make love within 5 minutes of coming off stage.
Legit?
Yeah.
That's like see, Swanee dismissed as yeah, everyone knew that. As soon as he finished, he needed to be on the job. 5 minutes. 5 minutes after.
amazing.
5
You
minutes
know-
after coming off stage, he was on.
That'd be a great OnlyFans channel now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Andy Marr from Front Bar, exactly the same.
Flatley stole his move.
Jack, one more. Here we go.
Oh yes.
Do you know Christine Quinn?
You will play the thing.
Not yet.
Kristen, well, she's very talented. That's all I'll say right off the top. She's Creator of she created BeReal.
Right
No, Christine what?
Christine Quinn.
Anything else right off the top?
Just well,
It's very challenging.
no. I just wanted to say I'll just put the cards on the table and tell you where I stand on Christine
She's
Quinn.
always she was an axe murderer now. The world's worst serial killer.
Very talented.
Rapper. No, hold on.
Yeah. Right, that's a great rap name. Christine Quinn.
Come on, mate.
No.
Come on.
Come on, man. Come on.
She's an influencer.
She's not. She is the breakout star of Netflix's Selling Sunset, which Tony Martin would be across Christine Quinn.
She might be qualifying as an influencer.
She's somewhat become one now, but it's a bit of a cop-out answer.
Is she with G-Flip?
So she famously fights with Chriselle, who's on Selling Sunset as well. Her and Chriselle are the two stars. Chriselle is now with G-Flip.
Gotcha.
It's one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Say those words again. That was amazing.
She and Chriselle are the breakout stars of
How do
Selling
you spell
Sunset.
Chriselle?
Oh, it's awful. It's so bogan. And they both fight on Selling Sunset. They have for 5 seasons, but Chriselle's now with G-Flip. Christine Quinn has actually left the show, but she was iconic on it, and she has some great one-liners. You would absolutely hate her, but I've just put together a tiny montage of what she's like.
I really want to create something that everyone will remember. And I mean, it is the 2 essentials. Food and Botox. I mean, come on.
What a fun concept. Burgers and Botox.
Well, like I said, right off the top, very, very talented.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
I'm so excited to share my findings with you. One of our favourite songs and probably the best jingle ever in advertising is the Ashley Madison theme. If you're wondering what Ashley Madison is, it came to prominence probably about 10 years ago. It's a dating website specifically for men looking for a mistress. Hence this wonderful jingle.
And then all their data got leaked, so all those cheating boys, all their details are on the internet.
I didn't know it was specifically for men.
It is.
It was interesting, though, Swanee. It was strategically, it was interesting because, of course, if you're looking for a mistress or looking to have an affair, usually it's a little bit more clandestine.
Yes.
But what this seems quite open. There's an ad.
Yes.
There's an ad, and it's like you just own it.
I'm looking for someone other than my wife.
It's very clear.
Yeah, Ashley Madison's right. We love that song. We think the whole concept is bizarre and funny, probably in a not funny way. But anyway, we love that song. Yesterday, I was going through my direct messages, as I want to do, on the gram, Sam, and I got a message from somebody with no followers and no posts. Generally, I'm a little bit sus about these people, but I had no reason to be here. This person said to me, I was watching a film on SBS Demand called Blow Dry, 2001, featuring Alan Rickman. Just trust me here. Hold my hand. I'm taking you on a journey.
Rickman.
The great Alan Rickman and Bill Nighy. Rachel Griffiths, our friend, and others. He said, I was watching that, and in the background I heard a song that reminded me of something. That's all he said. And then he sent me a link to the song. So, of course, I dutifully start to listen to it, and this is how it starts. It's by a 70s band called the Climax Blues Band. It's a song called Couldn't Get It Right. And I'm like, doesn't sound like anything to me. So I keep on listening. New York City, took me with the tide. But by this stage, I'm like 90 seconds in. I'm like, normally I'm pretty good orally, I can work this out. And then...
What?
Ashley Madison's right.
Wow.
Whoa.
It is absolutely the inspo for the Ashley Madison theme.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Movie again, please.
Blow Dry, 2001. It's about a hairdressing competition.
And the artist?
The artist of this song is the Climax Blues Band.
Wow.
They're from the Midlands in England. This is the only song that they ever had. Couldn't Get It Right is the song. And it's clearly the Ashley Madison.
Absolutely it is.
Are they going to be in trouble?
Oh, yeah.
The Ashley Madison crew?
I would have thought so.
It's This is an expose. Oh my God, maybe I should replace Tracy Grimshaw in A Current Affair.
Yes.
Swanee, you'll be brought in as a witness in the court case. No doubt about it.
Yes.
Mate, that's a slam dunk. Well, that's a slam dunk
How
every day
satisfying.
of the week.
Thank you, anonymous Instagram loser.
Defence rests.
The defence rests.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie on Over 100. T. Martin is here.
Here he is.
And I've been listening to this show, and it's always interesting to just switch it on in the car. What are they talking about? And this morning it was a 90-minute attempt to get Jonathan Brown to say the word phenomenon.
Yeah, no, it's hard, isn't it? Phenomenon.
We got there in the end.
Hang on, you've done it.
I've got to now really pull the teeth forward, open the mouth up, phenomenon.
In a sentence, please.
On the couch.
Back in the day, I was a phenomenon. Yeah, see, I stuffed that up.
Okay, Brad, let's try something out. Okay, when I point to you, you say the word. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Phenomenon.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Phenomenon.
Du-du-du-du.
Phenomenon.
It's Nova FM, not smooth. Bringing the feel good.
This is what a wonderful insight into your brain as you drove in today.
That's all I've got written down.
Remember the voice exercises? You got me early days, about 7 years ago when we started this. The voice exercise you had me do a yellow whistle, red whistle,
red lorry, yellow lolly.
That's right.
Red lolly, yellow lorry. That's a good.
Very difficult.
Yellow lolly, red lolly.
Okay,
red
try
lolly,
this
yellow
one.
Lolly.
Say Peggy Babcock 10 times in a row.
Yes.
Try it.
Peggy Babcock, Peggy Bagpot.
See?
Gosh, it's so
Very
difficult.
Try it in your cars.
Peggy Babcock. Peggy. There you go.
Wow.
Easy. Ready? Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock.
There it is.
So, hold on.
Peggy Bobcat's my favourite. Wow.
If it seems so difficult, how does that help you warm up? Does it actually help you warm up?
Yeah, it does. Or try this one. A little old lady was mutilated late last night.
What, the great Warren Zevon.
That's right. It's a beautiful warm-up, that
It's a
one.
great song.
Got this?
No.
Dino, your eyebrows, the way your eyebrows work when you're doing Peggy Babcock, that is phenomenal.
Such a phenomenon. What else? What about trivial royal stories? When I left 2 weeks ago, that was the topic du jour. How
Ballet Liz.
trivial can they go? This was a headline in the Daily Mail a couple of weeks ago. The emotional Prince Harry puffs out his cheeks as he gets into a car with Meghan. That was a headline.
That's bizarre.
The upper cheeks, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Preparing to
Yes.
sit down in the car.
Not the butt cheeks.
Imagine that. Reporters racing to phone booths to be the first one.
When I read those, I think, at some point that writer was a kid with dreams and some talent, someone who could write at school and had big dreams, and then they write that.
Puffs
they must
out his
hate
cheeks.
themselves.
Have we
There'd be
got
some sadness there.
There's slow motion footage of the cheeks themselves. The biggest story.
You'd be happy, by the way. Meghan Markle's podcast is back after a 4-week break.
Thank God.
But this is not the one she was paid $30 million to do.
I don't think it was. That's
another
the one.
one, I
That was
think.
another one. Is it on Spotify? $30 million for one episode. And then, even then, they've had to get guests in to pad it out to half an hour. When is episode 2 coming?
Tone, what's a key grip?
The key grip is the person on the crew who's in charge of all the camera mounts, all of the tripods, all of the tracks. Anywhere the camera has to be stuck onto something, that's when the key grip
Okay, so
steps in.
Swanee, just to follow up to your celeb news, is it weird that Margot Robbie and Cara
Delevingne
and the director and then the key grip are all on holiday together, the
I
four
don't
of them?
think so. No, I don't think so.
What happened? Was there a fight or something?
Yeah, they beat up a paparazzo.
Yes, he was attached very carefully to the front of a car
Yes.
by the key grip.
Yes.
But is the key group sitting at dinner or lunch with the
Exactly.
girls
What's he
thinking,
doing?
what am I doing here?
Yeah.
How did I land? Have I just won Tats Lotto?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Crews are always the best.
How many key
on-
grips
on
have you
any-
dined with?
Yes.
I actually, he wasn't a key grip, but he was like a floor manager, crew guy in Sydney recently.
Interesting.
Best boy. Have you ever tussled with a best boy?
I know, that sounds like something Alan Jones would say.
What is the best boy?
The best boy is second in command to the gaffer in the lighting department. And the best boy can, of course, be a woman.
Of course.
Yeah,
very confusing.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? The best boy.
Yeah, these things go back to like the 1920s.
Swanee's got a trolley boy.
Yeah.
Everyone was on cocaine.
Dino's my best boy.
Yes.
Okay. Look, the story, I'm here to talk about sports.
Okay.
Of course you are.
No, you don't have to bring up Snapdancer's horrific news that she's been scratched from the Everest.
So sad.
There's been a cheating scandal while you're away at the World Chess Championships. Have you heard about this?
Yep.
Tino, you're going to confirm this for me.
Absolutely.
A man called Hans Niemann, who was also, I think, famous for cheating when he was online. He was maybe, when he was younger, he was in an online chess game and he was able to access a supercomputer to win the game. And now he's beaten the world champion, and the world champion has pulled out and said, something's dodgy here.
Yeah.
And the suggestion is that this man, Hans Niemann, has been, how can I put this politely in a breakfast time slot, that he's got some vibrating beads installed round the back
on the shelf,
and that he's receiving
in between the bottom cheeks,
presumably via Morse code, instructions from somebody who's got access to the supercomputer.
Ingenious.
So somebody's at the supercomputer and they're going, okay, knight to rook 4, and then there's from within the trouser. Then the bloke's making the move as instructed by the others.
From within the trouser.
So you've got the World Chess Championship has got an opponent who's set to vibrate.
Here's the thing. I know that technically it's cheating.
Yeah.
But the ingenuity of it.
So you think just for the ingenuity, that should be given a pass?
I feel like it should. The dedication. He's put something up his bottom.
Yes.
And then they've worked out an entire language based around
that's right.
that which does not have a language.
Was he at risk of climaxing?
It doesn't say that in this article. It's not in the sports section.
Well,
It doesn't say that.
That's the design. I mean, yes.
Yeah, it's a very exciting game, chess.
Very exciting.
So you're sitting there.
That's a long game. But chess is a long game, though. That's
I know.
a tough
It's
day.
a long game. Suddenly he's getting instructions. It's like, oh, sorry, that's just to pick up some milk on the way home.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Yes, and on the Twitter, people are talking about MP Tim Smith.
Again?
Went on a mad, I don't want to say alcohol-fueled, but it was certainly slightly incoherent run of tweets.
Just a reminder, he was the one that crashed his car in Power Street.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
You can still see the fences up, and it's got someone's written Chappaquiddick across it with the word dick underlined.
That's amazing.
What time of night were these published?
I'm not sure, but I woke up and there was one
question.
Tim Smith had sent it to Dr. Monique Ryan, and it said, and this is an exact quote,
"Oh dear,
you're honestly such a winger waving pain in the arse."
What?
And people
Monique Ryan.
So there's like people are going, what did he mean? A winger waving pain in the arse? Did he mean whinger? Is that he's left out the H? Or is it finger wagging? And he's come out with winger waving, or did he mean wanger waving? Or did he mean I'm pissed again?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which of those four options.
Probably the latter, I'm guessing.
Is he still in Parliament?
Is he?
Or did he
I'm not
resign?
sure.
Is he all right?
Don't tweet and drive, I think, is the lesson there. What else has been going on? Oh, I made this, me and some friends made a little web series called Shut Up.
That's
with
lovely.
Celia McCullough and Deborah Lawrence. It's on the
haven't
YouTube.
watched it.
It's up to 50,000 views.
I watched it.
And not all of them are me. Just
beautiful, Tone.
Playing it over and over again.
I loved it.
But anyway, I got a call about 6 weeks ago from something called, it was an email, and it appeared to be computer generated, and it was from something called Melbourne Web Fest, which happened on the weekend. It's a festival for web series, and it claimed that our show had been nominated in something called the Australian Spotlight section.
How lovely.
Congratulations.
I don't know what is the Australian Spotlight section. Spotlight, I'm immediately thinking of the most boring shop you can be taken to by your mum when you're a kid.
It's rough.
How very Spotlight.
Hot glue guns and rhinestones.
Bolts of fabric.
Spotlight's amazing.
It's amazing. I dressed it when I wanted to dress up as the Ultimate Warrior. We made Monday once. Coles took me to Spotlight. It was amazing.
It's a wonderland.
I looked exactly like him with the outfit.
That's where Sam Pang would have gone to get the materials to make his Captain Chaos costume from Cannonball Run, which he does have.
It's magical.
Spotlight. I'm also thinking of the film Spotlight. I'm going, I hope it's nothing to do with that. But anyway, so they said you're nominated, but then I was going to the website and we weren't listed, and I'm going, is this some sort of scam?
You're always your awareness, your antenna's always up.
I'm
for
always
a scam,
alert for a
Always.
scam. And then someone pointed out that on the website we were in a different section, so it was a mistake on the website, so we were there. And then I went to our section and there was a show there that wasn't a real show. It was very confusing. I'm going,
sounds it.
Something's off about this. So then me and the people who made the show, we go along to the awards on Sunday night, and they get to the Australian Spotlight section, and there's 9 nominees. We're one of the 9 nominees. And they go, and the winner is Sitting Ducks. And there's confusion in the room because Sitting Ducks was not one of the 9 nominees.
How bizarre.
It was nominated in another section, Best Australian Drama. So the whole thing has just turned into La La Land at the Oscars.
So who won? You should have won.
No, I'm not saying we should have won. But I think it should have been one of the 9 nominees.
I think so too,
sounds like
Tony.
If you went to the night, there'd be no winners there. So
as far as I can tell, the whole thing is clearly organised by MP Tim Smith. That's so it was a very confusing weekend. I'm not sure if we were nominated. I'm not sure who won. I'm not sure if the event even took place. I may have dreamt the whole thing.
Good on you for turning up.
So what was the name of the website again? Because
it's called Melbourne Web Fest. I'm assuming it's real.
No, the series.
Shut Up.
It's called Shut Up.
It's
yes.
With Celia Pacquola and Deborah Lawrence.
Deborah Lawrence.
Whoa.
And it was all
One
shot
of the greats.
during lockdown. So it's
and you were directing, weren't you?
Oh, well, that's what it says in the credits.
Touch of Kubrick about you.
But it was really
just take after take after take.
It was just saying go, stop.
Please tell me. I mean, we all know Celia very, very well, but I don't know Deborah Lawrence very well, but I'm obsessed with her. Is she just the most wonderful woman?
She's so great.
I love her so much.
She was in Home and Away for many years.
Oh, yeah.
But people might know her from as Josh Thomas's mum.
In Please Like Me.
Please Like Me.
Oh, she's so brilliant.
More importantly, who was the best boy?
We couldn't afford one. I think I was the best boy.
I thought it might have been your cat, Shorty.
Yeah, Shorty.
He's always the best boy.
That's right. He's unfortunately not speaking to anyone due to Fancy Feast's controversial decision to axe Cod, Soul and Shrimp.
Those dogs.
I don't know if you know Cod, Soul and Shrimp. It's a prog rock band from the 1970s and now an ex-flavour of Fancy Feast.
Is it a jelly or a consomme?
It's a pâté.
Oh.
Wow. God, I feel his rage.
It's furious.
Sizzletown, listen to it. Get on it.
New episode this Thursday. Starts as a talkback show, ends as an episode of Stranger Things.
What? Whoa.
It's a really good one for the headphones.
Unbelievable. Zito.
Cheers.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Tuesday, October the 4th. We're into October, Brownie.
We are.
There's some tropical stuff for you. Wow.
How about some tropical stuff?
Got some if you want, Dino.
What is it, though?
Well, it's...
Your face. Oh, no.
Time now for a sense of the day.
Yeah.
Well held, Swan.
Thank you, Dino.
Yeah, when you look back and you can't work out why you did that. Yeah, like relationships.
As Frank said, regrets. I've had a few.
Mate, I've had a few.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a lot more in the future too.
I hope so, for your sake. Regrets are underrated.
Regrets, the spirit of them.
Yeah.
When they because they don't start as regrets.
No, they don't.
They start as just good times.
Yeah.
That's a problem with regrets.
That's the problem.
They lure you in by being fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. At what point do they do a 180? Could be the exact opposite
I don't know.
of your intentions.
Anyway, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Thank you, Sam.
Anyway, so it's October the 4th. Officers have arrested a man overnight after a rideshare car was stolen from Melbourne CBD. No, that's not much fun.
Dino.
Hey, what?
What?
My Swift is in a secure thingy. Don't worry.
Yeah, what happened this morning, Dino?
Have you told that
Came
story?
in your car.
I was going to say, have you told that
This is
story?
a great story.
I was walking to my car down Flinders Lane because it's in a secure spot, not where I live, right?
Yeah.
And there's a gentleman asleep on Flinders Lane wearing some sick Jordans.
Yeah, nice.
And you notice that because it's incongruous.
Yeah, they're a great pair of shoes. I'm like, oh, this guy's got sick Jordans. I get to my car and notice that everything's been ruffled through and my Jordans are gone. Can you believe it?
Oh, mate. Hey.
Good on him. Hey, good on him. That son of a bitch. Good on him.
Bet him today at the pickup courts. Yeah, he'd be knocking down threes left, right, and centre. He's dominating, mate.
I love that
Couldn't
story.
believe it. Because not many people have this one sort of model.
No, and
I'm like,
one of those people are not you anymore.
Now you don't have them.
Son of a
But
bitch.
you can't be mad, can you? Because do you know what? I reckon you're a bit like me. If he'd asked you for them, you would have given them to him anyway.
It's a good chance.
He didn't ask you for them. He took them from your
Why
car.
don't you go back and offer him $50?
No.
See,
They're his now.
Yeah, they're his.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might want the $50. He might prefer that.
All right.
It's wonderful. You're a beautiful man.
That's a great story.
Hey, I know we're going to talk about Coolio tomorrow, but apparently he appeared to be happy and healthy in his final days, but friends say he had severe asthma. So that they believe that may have contributed to his death.
Really?
Yeah. God, I love him.
Sad.
It was amazing when he was in here.
He was.
The Adelaide 36ers have shocked the star-studded Phoenix Suns team, Swanee. As an NBA, now you can't pretend that you're not interested. Maybe you're the NBA.
Yeah.
correspondent.
Just explain it for us.
Hoop shooting dance.
I'll let Chrissie explain. Well, no, I'll give you the morning off.
Why are they playing each other?
NBL teams, the Adelaide 36ers, they're over there kind of playing practice games against NBA teams. And they knocked them off 134 to 124 in the United States. The first NBL club to beat an NBA franchise.
Wow.
In a
Huge.
They're just preseason games, but it's a wonderful
What would be
experience.
It's got to start somewhere.
What would be the difference in salaries for the two teams?
The minimum wage on the Phoenix Suns would be earning more than the entire roster of the Adelaide 36ers.
Without question. Yeah.
Very easily, very comfortably. Like you in the Brisbane Lion days, you know what I mean?
Glory days.
Hey, speaking of which, what about, here's one for you, Brodie Grundy. So he's on his way to Melbourne, apparently.
Is he?
Give us something.
You're supposed to know something about this stuff.
Mate, it's October. My brain switches off to footy in
Fair,
October.
fair.
What do you want to know?
That's fair.
Well, from all reports, he's going to Melbourne.
Oh, really?
No, you have to tell us things.
Sorry.
Oh, mate, sorry, you
It
had
is October.
Yeah, I heard that. And I heard that Collingwood are paying part of his salary. Not dissimilar to Adam Treloar, who plays for the Bulldogs, and Collingwood are still paying part of his salary.
Collingwood love players not to. Sorry, Collingwood love paying players to not play for them.
Yes, they do.
Seems
They'd have
like
over $500,000 in their salary cap paying for players that play for other clubs.
Smart.
Seems like an odd business plan.
Poor list,
Well,
man.
thanks for that. Well done. You've obviously are you out of contract?
Can
with
I go
Fox
back to
Footy?
sleep?
I was going to say you're unbelievable. Hey, I know there was a Melbourne marathon on Sunday. Have we congratulated Ash Gardner?
Let's do it again.
Ash, I haven't been here for it. Ash, congratulations.
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's
It
a good
wasn't
time,
sincere.
too.
Wasn't sincere.
He didn't mean
I thought
it.
I thought it was.
What did you do it in? What time?
3 hours 56.
Yeah.
It's a good time. First up.
Did you do the whole thing?
I did. The
God
whole
knows.
Caught the tram.
42.2.
What did you eat after? Because you can have a free hit. You can eat whatever you want after 42 kilometres.
Oh yeah. What'd you?
I was feeling like breakfast, even though it was like midday. So I went out and had like a big brekkie with lots of bacon and eggs and all that good stuff. It was delicious. And a giant smoothie. It was so good.
You know, you don't need to run a marathon to eat that stuff. You can just have it.
Yeah, no, I know. It was delicious.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I only mentioned, actually, well, stay there because in the London Marathon, which had 42,000 participants, just because you and Ash have run one, Brownie, you imagine running it dressed as Spider-Man, Shrek, a postbox, the Big Ben. Like, can you imagine adding some accoutrements to your amazing physical feat? You imagine making it harder?
Yeah,
When you were
I saw
running,
a few, I saw
what
a
were they
few
doing?
costumes running past.
Seems it's already hard. Why are you making it harder?
There was a guy in a Pokemon costume that I ran past.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an X-Men character.
Was he wearing Air Jordans?
Yeah, strangely, yes.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, what did you
I saw an X-Men character.
One X-Men character, Swanee.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think costumes are fun, but I think Brownie's, sort of unlocked the biggest degree of difficulty in that his bum fell out.
I know.
That's harder than any costume.
Ash had a smoothie. I had a hemorrhoid operation.
Your bum was
My first
external to your body.
Yeah, like a gibbon, like those gibbons in the zoo.
Well, that's why we were talking about that story about the chess player that cheated before with the beads. He was sending him messages. He may have had a similar issue to me.
Do you think your bum was sending you messages saying, stop, stop running?
I wish it had a beat.
Jeez, we learn a lesson, by the way, before I get to the last question. We learn a lesson not to ask Brownie about any footy news after the grand final, eh?
You sounded like a common dunce.
You know, on this show, you're supposed to be here if you need.
I'm off the
you
books,
were blocking.
Mate. I'm off the books,
No,
mate.
he's off the books.
October's traditionally holidays for me.
Tom Brady has sent a
As far
warning.
as footy goes, sorry, I just like to clarify. I love you guys.
It's
I love
the
when-
breath for me. Just the...
The exhale is fantastic.
I'm all about pop culture in October.
Of course you are, of course.
Oh, really? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback, Tom Brady, he's posted a photo of a Halloween tombstone on his Instagram stories.
Tribute to his marriage.
Instagram stories. What are they?
Well done.
Oh, that is magnificent, Swanee.
That's why I couldn't get him for Celebrity Chase.
Dead and buried.
On Sunday, that had the words, anyone who dates my daughter written over it.
Oh, what a stupid trope.
Yeah, that's bogan.
That is shit.
That's bogan.
The great thing,
If you're listening and you're going, yeah, I'm the same about my daughter, change your mind.
Jonathan?
Change your mind.
I'm more thinking of the scene from Bad Boys 2 when the young fella turns up to the door. And you remember that scene? Remember with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence?
And Martin Lawrence's daughter, a boy comes to take her on a date. Is that
That's
what happens?
right.
Yeah, no, that's not a good scene.
And one of the boys pulls a shotgun, I believe.
Wow.
Stupid.
What about...
hijinks, you know?
Shrug. Shrug.
I only mentioned Brady because Brady's the greatest example. Well, is he the greatest example? How long did he last in retirement? To spend
40
more time.
days.
40 days. Yeah. A biblical amount of time.
Yes.
Is Roger Federer? Is he still within the 40 days? Because he could beat
he is.
He could beat the record.
Yes, he could.
But did he retire to spend more time with his family? Like, did he explicitly say that? I don't think he did.
I'm sure that at the press conference it was mentioned. They all mention it, Swanee. You have to mention it.
We'll see.
But if you've been playing professional sport for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Well, going home and all of a sudden spending time with your family.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Overrated.
You just go to a park and kill yourself.
Oh, my God.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
Billie Eilish, yes. She was in town recently. We had grand final weeks just past. Grand final day, Swanee. It was a big day. Went to the footy. Unfortunately, the game didn't turn out that great, but it's a party. And it was a beautiful day, so over 100,000 people were there.
You voted for the wrong player in the Norm Smith.
No, I'll stand by the vote. Swanee, back me up here. Patrick
100%,
Dangerfield, all the way.
Yes.
3 votes. Patrick Dangerfield.
You accused the other judges yesterday of being drunk.
You did, yeah.
They were.
You did,
Absolutely.
actually.
I'll tell you where there was a few drunks was afterwards in the September Club where we were waiting for Sam. Because Sam, obviously, he loves he loves the glitz and the glamour of the September Club. It's like the birdcage of grand final day.
Christine, I've never been to one. Can I just clarify that before this loser goes on a rant?
He made it very clear to me that I'll be watching the game at home, but I'd love to come into the September
Didn't he
Club.
call you and say,
And
big
get
fella,
involved.
is there going to be a media wall? I want to come down.
Absolutely. He loves a media wall. But anyway, we hung around till about 9 o'clock. No call from Sam, so I thought obviously he's not coming.
No.
So I noticed Jonesy, the great Nathan Jones.
Oh, your boy, Swanee.
My boy.
Former Melbourne legend, captain. What a great player. Good mate of mine. He actually did the Melbourne Marathon as well. But I was with Jonesy and I said, Jonesy, your wife Jerry, amongst a few other girls, are back at our place having a little bit of a grand final party. Why don't we just jump on the train, get out of this mess, jump on the train and go out and we'll have a few quiet drinks.
Smart.
I've got a nice cigar there for me 40th. Got a good bottle of tequila. We'll have a bit of fun. Whoa. Said, why not, Big John? So I said,
God.
have you got your Mikey card? He said, absolutely, I've got the Mikey card.
I love you too with your Mikey.
He didn't. He jumped the barrier. But
Smart.
Anyway, no, we went there. So we roll up to the platform. This is 9:30 at night. There's nothing around. The MCG is cleared by this stage. We got the platform to ourselves. Thought, beautiful. We jump in the Lilydale line, standing there waiting. Had to wait about 10 to 12 minutes before the next train to come. We're going, how good's this? There's no one around. We'll have the carriage to ourselves.
Magic.
With about a minute to go, about 500 15-year-old screaming teenagers come roaring up the platform to catch the Lilydale train as well. The Billie Eilish concert had just finished.
Oh, my goodness.
So we've gone from having our own carriage to all of a sudden entertaining 15,000 teeny boppers in the back carriage.
Did any of them know who you were?
Well,
probably not.
I went for the 2004 grand final.
Didn't hit?
It just didn't
No,
hit.
they weren't alive. They weren't born yet.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.